What's up guys, and welcome back to Tech Plant. Today I'm going to update you on my aloe vera cuttings and separations I did 1.5 years ago. Let's check it out. Alright, these are my plants in their current state. It has been almost 1.5 years since I filmed the separation and the shortening and repotting of my aloe vera plants and pups. Before we get into this update though, I want to give you a little recap about what happened 1.5 years earlier. This was what my mother plant started to look like, and you can see it's getting quite lopsided because it's getting pretty leggy and it has quite a few pups growing. So I decided to kind of teach you how to take away the lopsidedness by chopping and repotting, and how to kind of extract the pups and repot them successfully without killing them. So this is what they looked like once I repotted them about 1.5 years earlier. So now let's go to the present. It's very clear how much growth some of the smaller ones experience. However, the mother plant that we chopped off and the other larger one, they haven't grown nearly as much it seems, but maybe it's just relative. There were a few common questions on the previous video, so I'm going to try and answer them now and throughout this video. The first was more about where do I keep the plants and how much light are they getting. And you can see here in this footage that they're kind of in the corner of my room off to the side of one of my windows, so they really don't get that much light. It's a pretty common misconception because people know that these are some sort of succulent, so they assume it needs a ton of sunlight, but aloe vera really don't need that much. I would say they're pretty much medium light plants. So let's kind of go through these plants one by one and compare them to 1.5 years ago, and I'll talk about how much water I give each one. Let's start with the largest, and that being the mother plant. If you compare it to the footage back then, you can see that the other one had about 6 or 7 leaves, and now this one has quite a bit more. So while it hasn't grown that much taller, it really has put out quite a few leaves. If you look closer to it, you can see even though it doesn't seem like it's getting a ton of light, it's plenty for this plant because it's not getting very leggy, and the node spacing between each leaf is actually quite compact. For the mother plant, which is the largest, my watering schedule is anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks, and usually only about 1/2 cup of water, and I try and direct it right at the center. There is no big good reason to just absolutely saturate these pots, because if you're not careful, you might overwater these. You can even see that I don't get all the soil wet, and that's just fine. It will get enough water that it needs. In all my years on the Facebook plant groups, I've never seen someone kill an aloe vera plant by underwatering it. I've always only seen people killing them by overwatering. This one was the second largest one, and this was the already very developed pup when we popped it out, and this one was actually getting a little leggy in the original pot. This one almost doubled in leaf growth if you compare it to the previous footage, so it's definitely done well and really spread out nicely. If you look up close on this one, you can actually look at where the leaves are, and you can see there's not very much spacing between them, so it's not reaching for light, and it's getting plenty of good light and growth. As far as the watering schedule for this one, it's pretty much the same as the mother, about 1 to 2 weeks, kind of just how I feel about it, and then I usually only give them about 1/4 cup of water. They really don't need all that much. You can give them more if you're confident your soil will dry quickly and that your room is kind of warm and dry, so that way they won't just sit saturated. If you look at most of my aloe vera plants, they are a little on the drier side, meaning they're not as plump as they could be, but I don't want to screw up and overwater these. This one is the third largest, and we ended up reusing the mother pot for this one because it seemed to fit in there well, and you can see it's filled in quite nicely. This one, however, is in a different location. It's in a windowsill where I can't access it very well because it's behind other plants, so it doesn't get as much water as the other three. You can really tell if you look at the base because you'll see there's a lot more dried up dead leaves, and this is the consequence of underwatering, which in my opinion isn't as severe as if you overwater it and the whole thing dies. So basically, worst case, if you're underwatering this thing, you're just going to get a slightly more leggy looking pot, but I showed you in a video how to kind of reduce that and repot them, so you'll never actually lose your plant. Lastly, let's look at the one that was the smallest when we did the repotting and cutting back 1.5 years later, and you can see this one has had the most radical growth upwards. At least it was absolutely tiny when we separated it from the mother plant, but it has grown up quite nicely. This one is on the same watering schedule as the 2 biggest ones, and I never forget about this one. However, I think this plant is too big for the pot because it can't support enough water unless I just absolutely saturate it in order for it to draw up enough, and that's why it's losing some of its lower leaves. If I repot this into one of those larger pots, I can go on that 1/4 cup schedule and it would be doing just fine. You can even see in this video, once I dumped a little bit of water in there, it all ran right out the bottom because there's just not enough kind of volume in this pot to retain enough for this plant to grow. Well guys, that pretty much sums up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This one was asked for quite a bit, so I'm happy I was able to make a video that you guys actually wanted to see. So hopefully you liked what you saw, and you can see that the previous methods actually turned out to work, and we did have surviving plants. Well guys, as always, may your plants grow strong and healthy. I'll see you next time.